All right, so welcome. It's me, TDBappo. Welcome back to Top That Game stream. At TD Talks, we have TDE, yours truly, as well as TD Slice Bread, Carlo G, in the place to be.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so we just came from a long trip from Davao. We joined the Davao Regional Championship Qualifiers. All 11 of us. It was surprising that we were able to pull off those numbers, but yeah, the hype is still there for Magic the Gathering. So going into this tournament, we had 11 players that prepared for this event. Oy, Carlo, asa akong epic yours. Gipangit na. Thank you, Anton. Thank you.
It's there. It's there. Oy,
Invasion of Davao.
naana sa store. Kita lang nilang Gerson. Don't me.
No. So yeah, welcome. I think we have some Epicures shop. More dagan pa man. Don't worry, we'll update the site. It's almost there. We have the singles up, gonna be up and running within the week. So don't worry, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, ako mag-update po sa credit mga tao. Invasion.
I don't want to listen to you. Where are my Epicures?
So welcome. Anyways, welcome guys. Welcome to the stream. But before anything else, be sure to like and share. Leave a comment down below what you think about our shop, our streams, as well as our content. You can check out our YouTube channel as well and subscribe. We post Magic the Gathering content as well as Flesh and Blood, One Piece, Way Schwartz, and Cardfight Vanguard. And maybe Pokemon if we could get that running up. So, right, back to the main topic, Davao Regional Championship Qualifiers. It was a very exciting event that we were hoping to do well, and we did. So, I would give credit to my team or our team for performing so well. We prepared for about more or less 2 or 3 weeks into the event. Look into the format. Pioneer, it's been our bread and butter ever since COVID came in, because of course everyone doesn't want to play standard at that point. We're trying to get it back though, but yeah, Pioneer was the choice of format for the events, and we looked at the top meta decks. Not much has changed ever since March of the Machines came out. It was Rakdos mid-range, Absent Greasefang, and Mono Green Devotion. Mono Green Devotion had a huge upgrade with Polukranos Reborn, very powerful card. So we were looking into those decks as well, and going into the preparation as well as the research, we identified that in order to win this event, we decided to go with Mono Green, as well as mono white aggro, which is the surprising parts. Because what happened was March of the Machines left us with Aftermath, the epilogue set. So it gave us Copper Coat Vanguard. Let's see if we could pull up that card for a while. But that
Copper Coat Vanguard.
It's
the best card in the format.
A very strong card. A lot of people are not prepared for this. So if I were you, I would suggest play testing some more.
Copy?
Yeah,
My God,
picking up some copies if you want to run this deck.
How did they decide to bring that card, Judge Carlo, to cast 2/1?
Yeah.
Why in God's green earth is this card tinted?
Well, they needed to put something in flavor in regards with Ikoria. So Aftermath, as we know, lore-wise, is the aftermath of the Phyrexian invasion. So the designers, WotC, had to include anything from almost all of the planes that were invaded. So this is Ikoria's what do you call this? Contribution. So Copper Coat, they come from the Dranith, I think. The Dranith. So the Dranith people. They're really focused on humans, and as you can see, each other human gets +1/+0 and ward 1, so it's pretty strong. And note, this is an uncommon, so you can have multiple of this out. So
very cheap.
It's not even legendary. That's the problem with this card. Right? What the hell? What? Why? Why?
Funny thing is, for a set that is focused on pushing legendaries such as desparking the planeswalkers, this card really like broke the roof.
This is so good, man.
So good. This really broke a lot of things.
So why are we talking? Yeah. So you were saying
sorry, I was just going to say that from a Anthem perspective, right? This has never been done before, where it gives both protection and a stat boost. So if you think about it from Saver's perspective, this was not done at all. So it's either you get a ability or you get a stat boost. You don't get both.
Yes, that is right.
Yes.
The process, I guess we can put is what's the name of the Merfolk legendary Jers? Saloon?
No, it was Kopala.
I know, the Saloon gave ward 1, right? To each other.
The Sveiloon.
Sveiloon.
Yeah.
Sveiloon.
Yeah.
We got a question from we got a question from the audience. Anton is asking, after playing in the RCQ, do you think that Fable and Shoulder deserves the hate they receive in Pioneer?
Completely disagree.
If it's Pioneer, I personally would say no. I think the deck is fair, and because I remember back before Fable and Shoulder, Rakdos happened to be the worst deck in the format. Like, it couldn't do anything at all. Because yes, it had a very clean set of removals. You have decent threats, but unfortunately, it just didn't have that gas
reach,
or that reach just to drag the game even longer to make it a top tier deck until Fable and Shoulder came. So I think it's an upgrade deserving for the format in its power level. If it was standard though, that's like a totally different.
That's a different story.
Yeah. It's not even as bad as when I was playing here last Saturday on RCQ. I faced a lot of Fabled and Shoulder, and as a Lotus player, it's like kind of meh. Kind of meh. You know what I mean? Like, I'm probably going to take 6 to 8 damage, but at the end of the day, still combo, baby. Say hello to my Atawara. Thank you and goodbye.
All right, so thank you for the question, Anton. But going back to the Davao RCQ run, so the reason why we as a team decided that Mono White was the deck to pick for the event, especially for Doc Paulo, was because of how it was able to just do so well against all the top tier decks. Abs and Greasefang, it has all the answers. It has Restless Beast in the graveyard, but at the same time, the Copper Coat Vanguard gave that extra push to make the deck really fast to close out the games. Imagine turn 1 drop, turn 2 Thalia into turn 3 Copper Coat Vanguard. Like, you really want a Fatal Push for 3 mana? That's not a good trade.
Doesn't
so
make sense.
It literally delays like the whole game plan for you. So Rakdos midrange slightly in favor of Mono White at this point with this configuration. But if you're prepared for the matchup, of course, like with extra board wipes and all, I think the matchup is manageable, at least for the Rakdos side.
That is
but
right.
I still think the Mono White is a very, very strong pick. In terms of the Mono Green matchup, though, based on our results, it was really good. Like, I think, like, not dissing on the Mono Green players, but it's a free buy. That's just how it went. Like, Doc Pao just swept through each leg for the Mono Green. It was such a breeze. Like, they couldn't do anything. And to the point where even through playtesting, because Hilkia was running Mono Green, which was a very solid choice as well. Turn 3 Rita. Yeah,
Mickey.
That was the consensus for the team. Oh, Chris is there as well. What up, Chris? So mono white, even like at this current state of the meta, mono white is like the best pick right now. Right? It's so good. You have this consistent barrage of threats, very cheap threats. They shied away from the anointed peacekeeper into the copper coat vanguard, which is why the switch was
Yeah.
there. At the same
Big
time,
upgrade.
copper coat vanguard just pushes like the deck to the limit, like of being an aggressive deck. And at the same time, basically what Doc Paulo described the deck was, if you pick a deck going into the tournament, you got to make sure that every card draw matters, every card draw counts, even if it's a land. So if you draw a land, you're happy to get it. If you get a creature, you're also happy to get it because you're basically closing out the game faster. If you get a removal, that's great because it clears the board from those big creatures, mostly in the mono green matchup. So I think if you're looking to win some FNMs or some RCQs, definitely mono white is the choice to be.
Same time, it's actually not so popular, the meta game in the last 7 days. If you look at MTG Goldfish right now, which is usually the golden standard for trying to pick out what the modern deck is, or what the deck is, you would see that the mono white is actually top 10. But I feel like how Jerson is shaping it up to be a while ago, it feels like it has to be a bit at least top 4. Wherein it has decent play against the top tier cards right here. Top cards. What are your thoughts on Rakdos Sacrifice making a comeback here, guys? Did in Davao, did anybody bring Rakdos Sacrifice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mabs, one of our
Mabs.
teammates, definitely brought that.
Speaking
Yeah,
of,
what's up? What's up? What's
what's
up?
up?
Unfortunately, he did
Speaking
not
of which.
convert into the top 8, but he did break some legs with some of the players. So I
Yeah.
think the Rakdos Sacrifice is a good choice if you're seeing that the meta for the tournaments or the event is heavy on the Rakdos mid range, because it's a rough matchup for the mid range side because their removals are more efficient, their creatures are more avoidable, they're super hard to get through. Like you don't really care about Shouldered that much as well, because you can also even steal him if you have access to like Act of Treason type of card. You just steal it, go for 4 and sacrifice it, get 2 foods with the Witch's Oven. That's just a rough matchup. So
Agree. I'm actually featuring
Food.
a card here, guys. But before we do that, we want to give a quick shout out to the team as well. James Orr is in the house. Mickey's in the house. Mabs is also in the house, right? Shout out to the team. Gang.
gang.
So in
Everyone.
this screen share that I'm showing with you guys, this card I feel will make super lot of waves. Invasion of Go Bacan. I think while we are talking about mono white,
Go back.
this is very spicy, to say the least.
It's $11 now. Wow.
Yo, it's
Wait,
crazy. It's
It's
so
already-
popular.
Wow.
It's already seeing play in standard because yesterday Arena Champs already came out and
Jeez.
2 decks that are running this card are just Jeskai Dragons. So this is a very strong deck against the
It's
Rakdos
super
mid-range.
strong.
Yeah.
This card, sacrifice this one. This word right here. I hate this
Yeah.
card.
Crazy.
Oh,
It's super crazy. Like now you
Oh
can
my
play
God.
your good creatures that are susceptible to removal. So you can remove it. Sure, I'm just gonna pop my invasion and it has indestructible and Apex proof. The only card that you can use against this is probably Sunfall, and even then, if you hold up
Still
Sunfall,
too late.
it's
Too
too
late.
late.
Too late, yo. Too late.
That card is so good.
And
Speaking of,
even the fact
sorry, go
with that, with the invasion, it's also a pseudo anthem effect. Like I looked at it. I bought the card when it was still $3, and I'm so happy I picked those up. The mere fact I slotted it in the standard soldiers that I sent over to the shop. The mere fact that you can play it on turn 3 with 2 other creatures, so turn 1 creature, turn 2 creature, turn 3 invasion, get something out of their hand, and those two creatures attack the invasion and they flip, it's easy to flip. It's 3. It's it comes, all of the invasions, the lowest number of defense counters is 3, and that's one of those cards. So you hit the invasion, it flips. Those creatures that attack gets a bit tougher at the end of the turn. So it's a very, very strong card. It does a lot for 2 mana. 2 mana, guys. 2 mana.
Oh, thank God it wasn't
This is
one.
crazy.
2 mana.
It's two to cast.
Yeah.
One. I will just probably flip the table. And you guys had the audacity to ban
Here you go.
my boy,
Here you go.
Simeon Spirit guy.
Here we
LG.
go.
Oh.
I hate everyone.
I swear. Magpa-lechon gusto
speaking
ko
of-
if na-unban na si Harambe.
Speaking of breakaway cards deck, guys, I wanna feature something else. If I may, Gerson, if you wanna, what do you call this? Pick this up as well with me. Boom!
All right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this one. This is
The
this
Boros
is the thing
Convoke.
people want
This-
to, yeah.
I was so happy that we were able to snipe this at the last week because everyone was talking about it on Twitter. Like, this is gonna be the next Hogak. So good,
The next
super
Hogak.
fast deck. It's a
What
very
did Hogak do?
goldfish type of deck. Boros Convoke. So just a short rundown on how the deck works. You play your Ornithopter or like 1-drop that creates an artifact, and then you follow it up with a Gleeful Demolition that destroys your artifact and turns it into 3 tokens, 3 goblins. And then since you have a lot on the board, you can just convoke it with your payoffs with Knight Errant of Eos and Venerated Loxodon. So by turn 2 or turn 3, you have 14 power on the board. And your opponent's like,
Wow,
What?
Regal Leosaur? The
Yes,
fuck?
Yeah.
legal.
yeah, that's also a different build
Everyone
as
gets 2-1, yo. Think of it. Turn 1
Mana,
Raven,
sure.
turn 2 Demolition into Venerated Loxodon. Or let's just say Raven, Demolition, Knight Errant into, you pick up Regal. Then next turn you mutate in. Mutate, baby!
the Knight Errant because
Get
of a cat.
Get wrecked.
Yeah. So
Well, okay.
yeah.
1 for
so-
3 mana, sure.
So when I saw this deck, I told the team like, guys, we have to, at least one of us has to run this deck. This deck is like super strong, and no
Super
one's gonna be
strong.
prepared for that. I'm definitely sure of it, and
Oh,
that's
so
what
it's
happened. So we were able to convince one of our teammates. Shout out to Zoe, Peter Denuyo for running it with the deck on day 1. And he got it to top 8. Just running
Got
it
it to
the first
top
time.
8. That's
Yeah.
what's
Yes,
amazing
sir.
about
Amazing.
that. Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. So shout outs to Sir Kim. Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you
Hi,
for the shout outs to Team Davao as well for the hospitality. We were so overwhelmed with how welcoming they were. So was expecting more Boris Blitz. Actually,
Actually, RCQ.
they call it
Oh.
Blitz. Yeah,
They
yeah.
call it Blitz.
Blitz. It
Ah.
doesn't sound like a blitz.
So
Ano.
yeah, and that's what happened in day 2. Because of the performance by Zoe on day 1, everyone was like,
People
"Damn,
brought
this deck was really good." They had to make it. Even Barney had to. He had to go with it on day 2. And day 2, from one Boros deck. I'm not sure if I'm mistaken.
I
From
have
one
the
Boros
here.
deck, yeah, it turned into like 3 or 4
three
decks.
Boros three.
Sa day 1.
The metagame is here. 3.
Okay.
Day
Got it.
Day 2.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to-
No. So day
Yeah,
1.
I was just going to share
one
about
deck.
something here in SG. When this deck got featured and released, right? The day before, there were Venerated Loxodon roaming around the website. Or like, if you go to Shop's website, you could still see Venerated Loxodon for 40 cents or 30 cents per piece. The following day, sold out.
Whoa.
Everyone started
Son of a
buying.
bitch.
I'm even seeing. I'm just scrolling at the Cebu group. Everyone's like buying the bushwhackers. And
Bushwhacker. From
and then the
cents
power
to
like we're like
$3.
yeah. We bought the Knight Errants for like 50 a pop. Yeah, that's stonks.
Yeah. You beat me to those, Jers. You beat
Knight
me to
Errant
those.
was
I hate you.
50? 50?
Yeah,
50?
50.
Here,
Shout out to
$5 a
selling.
piece.
yeah, and Bushwhacker is at like $3 right now, almost 4.
Yeah.
Somebody hoarded.
Dumb.
I also saw somebody posted here. Somebody hoarded like, I think 50 pieces of it.
What?
Of Bushwhacker.
Jesus Christ.
That's magic for you, baby.
Skunks.
You gotta get the ROI.
I don't know.
Gotta get the ROI, guys.
This is time.
Christ.
It feels like the hype beast era all over again. Like
Take out the junk. Take out the junk cards because they're gonna get really expensive.
It's the deck. Like I actually was talking to Zoe a little like an hour ago. He asked my opinion on this. It's like a deck like Rakdos. Let's say Rakdos. They have Fatal Push. They have Go for the Throat. What can those cards do against an army of 1/1s? What can they do with 4 1/1s that got pumped? What are they going to do? Hi, Tito Pati. Good evening.
Tito Pat,
One of Team
hello.
Cebu.
Tito Pat.
Tito Pat.
Team
good
Cebu
evening
will be
there.
coming here in Singapore this weekend, and I will be hosting
Is this
some of
weekend na
them.
din, no?
Yeah, it's coming this coming weekend already.
Sheesh.
Yes, son. Waiting,
Yeah.
waiting for it.
I hear sila Barney na stress sila because they had some hiccups with the flight as well. Pag last minute daw
Really?
na kon. Oh, na adjustments.
Oh my god.
Yo, Johnny,
not
what up?
cool.
Shout outs to you, bro.
Force me to
Force me
play
to play
Cinder
one
Class.
Cinder Class.
Cinder
Yeah,
Class.
and I even saw like another deck run. What was that card? End the festivities. That's it's just so
Really?
bad. Oh, Saraknos.
What
Like,
the fuck is this card?
One guy ran the Boros Convoke on day 2. He met up Rakdos midrange, and then post board he was playing End the festivities, dealing 1 damage to every creature.
Ayo.
I was like, yeah.
Look at the price point though. Man, we're up, baby. $2 a piece.
That's how crazy the deck was. Like everyone had to adjust immediately after day 1.
Yeah.
because it did so well. So
Kim
shout
says
outs to
I had
Makoy.
Extinction main board.
Yeah, you pray you better
Yeah, but
survive
even
before
with
you get to that point.
main board
even
na
with
this.
Extinction, I don't think it's like it's even hard. It's,
It's
also
rough, it's
hard
rough.
even
It's
with
super rough.
Extinction. It's also
It's
gonna
hard
be rough
kasi
because
If
the tokens are
the deck
zero.
curves,
Oh,
hirap. Agree.
yeah, that's true.
Ang hirap. Very hard, sir. Silex
Ayan.
or bust
Silex.
incarnate.
Oy, Mr.
Adrian.
Monty.
Hey,
Ay,
Yes,
call
guys.
Monty
Mr.
pala.
Monty.
Adrian
Another
kasi.
finalist on day
Yes,
Oh my
congrats
God.
congrats as well to Team Cebu.
Congratulations.
Shout
Team
outs to you
Cebu.
guys.
Much love, much love.
You got the invite as well. They did well on day 2. So Silex or bust. and I remember Sir Adrian or Sir Monty. He had a 5-head Giga Chad gaming play in the top 8. Well, I'm not sure if it was top 8 or I think it was in the Swiss where he met the Convoke deck. He fetched with Karn the Silex, popped it, cleared the board, but of course the Boros Convoke always has the second wave, so he flooded the board again. And what he did was he had Tormod's Crypt, exiled his own graveyard, and get Silex back to
Okay.
blow
got
up
it.
his board again. What the
Nice.
hell? That was
Next
insane.
level
Very
play,
nice.
baby. That's what you call next level play.
Killed it.
That's what you
Ah,
call
yeah,
how you
wow.
do that. How you do that.
Shout out
Speaking
to
of
Monty.
rogue decks, guys, I want to introduce us to something else. Something close to my heart because I love this deck.
Mhm.
Personally, I
What is
also love
this?
this deck.
What is this?
From our boy, his own Twitter, TDBappo
Yeah.
exposed. TDBappo exposed. Here we go. Here's
The
the
jig
deck
is up,
list.
guys. Yeah, here it is. So,
Yeah,
the choice for my deck going to Davao RCQ was the Rona combo. The first sight, I fell in love with the deck. It was so good. It reminded me of the old days of Inverter of Truth. It had the same vibes. And I told myself, if I want to join Davao, I have to run this deck. So I ran it. I tried different versions. I tried the Giganta Treasure Cruise. It was very good. It had some highs and lows. And then I tried the Dig 2 time. It was like, there it is, the sweet spot. Mwah. Chef's kiss right there. I get the combo all the time. Last match against Borny, yeah, my man with the 1 silver bullet. So yeah, so how the combo works, for those who are not aware, because that was the question after every match that I had. Like, how the hell did you play this deck? Because everyone was at my back the whole time, like trying to figure out how the deck works. So key combo pieces is Rona. You put Rona, you put Mox Amber. Because Rona's ability says when you cast a legendary spell, you untap her. And Mox Amber is a legendary spell. And then you cast Retraction Helix targeting Rona, which gives her the ability to return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, bouncing Mox Amber, and then creating an infinite loop. So at that point, cool combo, right? Doesn't do anything. What's the catch? Tyvar, my man Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler, 3 mana, black green. It's a planeswalker. Whenever Tyvar is on the field, all your creatures can activate their abilities even though they have summoning sickness, as if they don't have it. So it's a pseudo haste. So this deck is very fast to combo, like out of nowhere if you're not familiar with it. And it's super cheap. Look at the price, $2 for a planeswalker.
Oh, I'm hoarding it, baby. buying them all.
So what makes this deck very powerful is, so going back to the combo, you can, if you have infinite mana, since Mox Amber can generate black and green with Tyvar, you infinitely loop Tyvar into milling your own deck and bring back Thassa's Oracle. So it's kind of like an EDH deck. The old version was the Diligent Excavator, looping Mox Amber. Yeah, it's a bit harder, but it still does the job if you're not going for the Giganta. If you're going for the Giganta build. So the package though is what I love about. You have the black package, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, and then you have Jace. My man Jace just glues the deck together because he just, like, let's say your opponent Thoughtseizes your combo piece, like Retraction Helix. You can just loot Jace, flip him, and flashback. So it really doesn't matter. So it abuses the graveyard heavily. So
agree.
One way of slowing this deck down is like bringing in Graveyard Hate, like Rest in Peace, Leyline of the Void. Those are ways to shut down the deck. But it doesn't really stop
guarantee
the deck.
The win. It doesn't guarantee the
because
win.
It has main board by itself. It has the ability to take care of the Graveyard Hate. You can bounce Rest in Peace and Leyline with Retraction Helix, telling Rona sideboard.
ROI Doc Pao, let's go.
Yeah, even
Adrian is actually saying that even if you get rid of Rona, you are not safe.
Yeah, because Tyvar's -2 ability is to bring back mill 3 cards and bring back a creature with mana value 2 or less. So you can bring back Rona, you can bring back Jace, and then you can just combo off from there, like on the same spot that your opponent took care of your Rona from the last turn. So yeah, it happened a lot of times during my matches. Like my opponents were having a hard time figuring out how to deal with it.
Yeah, they could not understand the crap out of it.
Yeah, so my suggestion when dealing with this deck is always try to get Rona first, if as much as possible. You have an exile effect. Next is Tyvar. That's your next threat because he's the one who's going to be bringing back your the creatures. So yeah, and he's also part of the win con where you loop Tyvar and mill your whole deck and bring back Oracle. And then from there, the game should be easy. But because of this configuration, shoutouts to Coolio, my man, with this build, it has main board Ledger Shredder, which means it has a plan B. You got a Flying Tarmogoyf that gets really big, really fast. And I had a game where I won with Ledger Shredder, like a very big Ledger Shredder. I had a 5/7. Yes, it was him. It was against him. He took out my, I think he took out my Ronas. He took out my Ronas with Stone Brain. That was at the, I believe, the Swiss. I took out my Ronas with Stone Brain, and I had Thassa's Oracle and Ledger Shredder just beating the hell out of him.
He could not answer the bird.
So
The
when I
duck
was trying
answered the bird.
this in MTGO, right, I felt that most of the answers that are main board piece, like for example, the breathing needles, is not an actual answer because the deck has a retraction helix, and people have to remember that retraction helix bounces not only my permanents but my opponent's permanents as well.
Exactly.
Ah,
So turn 2 rest in peace.
bye.
All right, no problem. Rona. Next turn, retraction helix, bounce your. Okay, let's go.
Yep, he already has a combo, so that's what makes the deck very, very versatile.
It's very hard.
Side-
It's very hard
yeah.
to play.
And then you go to
And
the
also play
sideboard.
against.
Sideboard, you got Ray of Enfeeblement. That's against the mono white because we need to respect the matchup. Like Talia is just a pain in the butt. Even Copper
Yes,
Coat
amen.
Vanguard. So because I had a playtesting game with Doc Paulo against his deck, the mono white
Uh-huh.
aggro, and my God, I had all my removals like used up. 6 plus 2 or 3 from Jace with the flashback. There's a total of 9 cards, and he still has a board. I'm like, what the hell is this
Yeah.
deck? Like, I can't kill him.
That's the power of Eon, baby.
Yeah, that card is insane. So I'm like, bro, everyone should play mono white. But nevertheless, I chose Rona. It was a sick deck to play. It was super fun. It was also fun to play with the Davao peeps because they were really figuring out how the deck works. So, aside from Raven Fieldman, you got Mystical Dispute for the blue matchups, Duress for the extra disruption. My favorite card, though, in the sideboard is Glissa Sunslayer. That card is super insane in the grindy matchups because when you get to post board, things are gonna get tougher with the, pulling off the combo. So you have to go with the mid-range plan. So Glissa does all of it. Very hard to block, as well as dealing with the most important card in Rakdos, which is Fable, a Mirror Breaker. So if you do not block, that Fable is gone. Easy. Other than that, very good card. Hard to block, as well as giving card advantage. So it's pretty good. It can even kill Planeswalkers because it removes up to 3 counters from target permanent.
Yeah.
It's just $1,
That's
guys.
true.
Buy na, buy.
You should buy. If you're playing green black, you should buy this card. This card's insane.
It's super
Like,
good.
It's strong.
It's
By
even,
itself, it's strong.
it's even strong in standard, I would say.
How about there is a card in your sideboard here that I don't get? Like, how
Scarab
is
God.
this a secret
Okay.
deck? Scarab G.
No, Scarab God is for the mid-range matchups because sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, Rakdos mid-range, they have it all. They get to answer all your sideboard plans, your Glissa, your Shredders, even your combo. That's where my man Scarab God comes in. Like, you gotta deal with this big boy because
Did you use mine?
I'ma get your Shredder, I'ma get your Shoulders, I'ma get your Trespassers, I'ma get everything. And you're gonna have to deal with them.
Did you use mine?
Yes, Carlo. I was so proud. I was kind of scared that I couldn't get to use him on the first day. So the second day, though, I went up against Benjamin Damon. Shout out to the Benjamin, one of our dual Commander Leagues player. He joined one of ours, and that was my first time meeting him. So he introduced himself. Oh wow! And we played. He played Grixis mid range. I pulled up the Scarab God on game 2. And it was very good because I was able, like, Glissa and Scarab God. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. He was so afraid to play Fable of the Mirror Breaker because it was gonna die either way. So, and he was holding up counterspells.
Nice
he was
Fable
playing
you got there.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it was rough.
I
It
just
was
checked-
rough. And when he tapped out, Scarab God came in for the clutch.
It's $7 now.
Oh,
Yo, I just checked the price. Look at when the wave happened. I put this in my cart on the 21st, right? I was like, oh, okay, it's just $1. I'm gonna pick it up. Then the following day, this is days, yo. This is days. This is not even.
Days.
This is days, like from 23 to 24. See, $2.
I should have
$7.
gotten more.
Jesus, Jesus. I don't think this will be
tayo.
coming down anytime soon, yo.
Yeah.
Who thought
I
of
think-
this?
Someone
Who
from
in
watching-
R&D thought of this?
someone on WotC who keeps giving white cards draw power every commander set.
They finally did it.
Like, yeah, like, hey, let's give white something like Mystic Remora or Heuristic Study.
I think that's a good idea. Are you high, Jenkins?
So yeah, so that's the sideboard for the deck. I think it's very good. If you're a big fan of combo, I would recommend playing it because it was such a treat to play it in Davao, especially sharing it with the peeps right there. So,
Guess who's going to play it?
Yeah, let's go, bro.
Guess who might be playing it?
Yeah. So shout outs to Todd Anderson and Julio Espina. The list was heavily inspired by them. Julio's list consisted of two shredders at the start. I wanted to go to 3 because I know in Davao there should be a decent amount of hate as well as creature based decks. So shredder is like your best plan B on the main board, and it's very strong. It's very strong in. What up, Karuru? Very nice to see you. So, anyways, let's go back to the event. Let me just pull up the screen share, which I got here.
Nice. I'm so excited.
So we want to talk about our run at the Davao RCQ. So we had 11 players coming in from Team CDO, 3 from Jensan, 3 from Cebu,
Jensan,
and 2 from Manila. Yeah. So that was the rundown, and then everyone else was from Davao. So yeah, it was a very fun event. It ran very smoothly. Judge Ben was there to judge the event.
Always
such a cool guy. He was there to help everyone out, even though things were there were some games where it got really intense. Game wise, not like no fight ever happened. Like it was just really intense with the judge calls and all. So game 1. Let me. Oh yeah, and there's the pack lunch as well from Afat. Shout outs to Peter Paul Ang for his restaurant Afat. It was very good food, very delicious. We got to try it. You know what I did on game 1? I was so sad I didn't get the winning in for top 8 because I lost to one of the boys from Davao with the mono red. Like, dang it! It happened again.
Lost the mono red.
Yeah. Shout outs to JR from Davao. He ran mono red, and he ran the standard mono red with the Thor brand, the Anax, the Embercleave. I got cleaved again. I got cleaved
Embercleave.
Last year in Singapore, I got cleaved by Eugene Wong. I'll never forget his name. Eugene. He ran mono red. I got cleaved as well. Here in Davao, I got cleaved again. Like, my God, that's another flashback. But so yeah, I got kind of sad in day 1. So, and then they gave me 2 packs because I ran 9th place in day 1. So I got 2 packs, and then I thought, I saw their pack lunch. Maybe I should get this for free. All right, you guys want some packs? Give me only for 200 pesos. And then Max is like, I'm gonna get that. I know it was Hilkia. Hilkia bought my packs, and then like, yes, free lunch for me. So that's the story. God. Anyways, delicious food. You guys should try it out. I hear their fried rice was good. This is what the round 1 looked like. This is what we've always been looking for in every big event. Like the vibes were real. Everyone was serious, but chill at the same time. They're just doing their thing, playing Magic, just slinging some spells. Everyone just got into the zone, having fun. We got the team right here. Shout outs to Doc Pao. We got shout outs to NVA Printing.
Got it.
A little minor details on the spelling right there with Doc Pao. But don't worry, I'm sure they can fix it.
Gituyo na niya.
No. No, it's not. So, don't worry, I'm pretty sure they'll fix it. So
where will they add the O though? The bottom.
On the shoulder, right? On the shoulder.
The bottom. Right. So that's me. Normally when
Oh,
you join
no!
in a team, yeah, you join with a big team in a tournament. These things
Friendly
happen.
fire.
Friendly fire. I paired up with Eric on the first round. Unfortunately, I had to get the job done. So
Okay.
shout out to Eric for standing up and showing
I'm
up.
gonna say this, right? Like, not even in a tournament where you have more players, even in a very big tournament, like JP would vouch for this with me. We entered in Singapore Open one time. There was 500 people who joined, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or like 200 give or take, 200, 300 give or take, right? Game 1, it is me, it's him. It's like, why? Of all the people, there's only 2 of us who went in, and friendly fire immediately.
How many players were those in the event, Pre?
I think I couldn't remember if it was a Singapore Open or it was like a GP. I'm quite sure it is because it was held on Suntech. So usually for Suntech, it would be around 200, 300 to 500 players, give or take, something along that line.
Oh my God, the odds were so low, and you still got the friendly fire.
And in my mind, it's like we will never meet each other. It's okay. There's a lot of people who joined. So I didn't look at the opponent. I just looked at my name and table. When I went there, oh, it's you!
Speaking of that kind of experience, GP Philippines 2017, round 4, 600, close to 700 players. Round 4, I see your ass in front of me.
Round 4, I see Carlo. Okay.
GG. My God, he was playing. What was that? Marvel. He was playing Marvel.
Yep. Hey Eric, shout out. Shout out to Eric. Welcome back,
hey,
baby.
Eric.
Welcome back.
Here's some more pictures. I took them from the Davao Magic Shop. Shout out to them.
Barney.
Oh, it's Barney.
Barney, your boy
Barney,
back.
The new
Your boy's
playmat.
back. Always sharking the events. Rawr.
That's
So,
James right
here the
there
boys
reading
were-
the cards.
Yep, grinding it out with the boys.
What is
There's Mickey,
what is the
Doc
card
Mao.
he's reading?
I have no idea. Let me check.
Di maklaro.
I think that's green. His opponent green. Is it vehicles? I think he's against
Mono white?
vehicles. Is it?
He's
I think it's mono
playing
white.
mono white.
It's mono white.
Opponent's
Yeah.
mono white.
I see Thraben. Oh no, it looks like Boros.
What?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyways,
Anyway.
let's check. There's Ilkia grinding it out with Mono Green. I think that this was the Stumpy matchup. Yeah. From
Okay.
one of the boys from
okay.
Jensen. Shout out to
Jensen
them.
boys.
Hey, there's me.
Horse of
with
Humans, there's
Tito
one.
Pati.
There's
Don't
hurt him.
James.
Wala
Horse
ko may-
of Humans.
Horse of Humans. Okay, okay.
Or Zob humans.
The black
Oh.
So there's me and Tito Pat going side by side, round 1. Wala pa ko yung jacket sa top deck. Sayang. That could have been a good
It's
shot.
okay. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Magos X top deck.
We'll get
Let's
there.
go. All right, more pictures. So going back and forth, and then boys were getting up. Oh, there's even Judge Ben and what do you call this, Renzo at the
Renzo.
side playing dual commander. Grabe talaga si Judge Ben. Shout out to Judge Ben for making this event.
Awesome
very
guy.
cool.
Like
Yeah.
my
But he was so excited when he saw new players. Like, huh, you want to play duel? You want to play duel? And everyone's like, yeah, sure. Damn. He poisoned a lot of players right there. Like even James was
Judge
like,
Ben was so
I wanna play
sad
duel.
when Judge Ben was so sad when Watsi announced that they were supporting what was that? Oathbreaker, yeah.
Oathbreaker.
He was so
Yeah.
sad that they were Watsi was gonna support Oathbreaker, and he said, "Duel, support duel."
Look, that's so weird. Like
It's so dumb.
could have just done.
Promise, like
They could have just done
Oathbreaker,
duel.
it was-
That's the same
In
thing.
time. In time,
I
boys.
think
in time.
I think the Outbreaker boys were able to find that sweet spot of convincing them.
Oh no, the board state
I
doesn't
want
look
to
good
talk
for
about
Tito
this
Bar.
Yeah,
tournament in
So I
particular.
believe this was the top 8 match because
one,
Sir Monty
semi.
was already
No, wait.
Yeah.
This is the semi.
Yeah,
Semis. This is
yeah.
semis.
This was
In
winning in for the invite.
for
So
the finals, yeah.
Davao
Monty
laying it out.
actually took a video of this and videoed this live. What
Mm.
actually happened is we have Doc Pao here with the board hitting. Wait, go back.
No, it's the same.
There,
It's the
thanks.
same.
Okay. Uh, Paulo here was hitting Barney. Barney was down to 5. And it was last turn, Barney needed 1 land because
Yep.
his hand had Suit, Ritual of Suit, and Extinction Event.
Extinction
He
Event,
needed
yeah.
1 land to
He
wipe
didn't
the
get.
board and stabilize. He didn't get there.
He didn't get there. Yeah, very
Yeah.
unfortunate. So
Mono
shout outs
white.
to Cebu.
I don't know why.
Look at the team. Look at the team. Look at the faces.
Look at the faces. Yeah, there's Benjamin right beside Doc Pao, and then there's everyone else, and there's Peter Paul just watching the game. There's me. Look at me.
Look at also the team. Team Cebu also looking at the other side. Yo, this is rad.
Yeah.
That's how we do it, boys.
Tito Barney with the first sprint blood crips.
Yeah, there's
course.
Renzo.
Busy man.
Shout outs to Pompagong MTG.
Sport local.
He just went there by surprise, like, but he told me in secret, like, bro, punta ako dyan sa Davao. Oh, are you gonna play? No,
Wait.
no.
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 Dito pa sa tap Barney's money for 1 man.
Nice. Tito Barney.
Literally, tap into the shoulder.
Believe.
So, yeah, this was the
Okay,
we're
standings
gonna move
for
this.
for standings for day 1. We got the top 8, Doc Pao in the first seed, and then followed by, let's see.
So close,
okay,
Tristan.
Victor.
What happened?
Yeah, so close. Exactly, the mono red. I got cleaved. That's what happened. And then
You've
followed
been
by Tito
cleaved.
Pat. Kami ni Tito Pat, tsaka Hilki.
And Hilki.
Hilkia.
Even Nico.
Oh.
Nico, who got into day 2, we were all just tied up. There's a lot of 3-2s.
Dude, there's a lot of 9s. Like even Eric is
A lot
9.
of 9s.
All of you guys are really
9,
good
9, 9.
showing.
Yeah.
Really good showing, yeah. I really support that. It's
Mickey
really
is also
good
top
showing.
16.
I just
So if
want
you
to
look at-
give a shout out to number 15. How did he put an emoji there? How? How?
Uri, sir.
You can
Uri,
do
sir.
that.
Uri, baby.
Put the
Get
freaking
wrecked, son.
emoji there.
You're wrecked.
How?
Get wrecked, son. Yeah.
Right.
If we count from top to bottom, how many do we have for team CDO at that time? I think probably 5, give or take, right? 1
Yeah.
to 16, 5 people. Not bad.
That was day
Is that
1. That was
Mickey?
day 1.
No,
Yeah.
Day 1. Okay, cool.
Mickey,
Got
in
it.
fairness,
Oh, same
Mickey was
yapon
the
si Tito Pat. Tarawa. He was wrecked by Reds a day 1.
first- Yeah.
I feel your pain. I'll
Can
feel
you go back to
your
the
pain.
Conjures? Can you go back to the... Yeah, there.
Oh
In
my god,
fairness-
Ember Cleave.
In fairness, really good standings for our boys there. Like, really good.
Yeah. So top 8 is what it looks like.
Ember Cleave is real.
This was the semis na. 'Cause
Still
I
have my
think,
foil
Semis.
Ember Cleave.
they had some X deals on the quarters. Some of the players
Dream
didn't want
Crusher.
to play. I think JR just wanted some packs because he was just there to support the shop. So yeah,
Always
I think he
support
just gave-
local shops, guys. Yep.
Yeah. So he just gave
Always,
the win to the other guy, and this is the result for our semifinals. Doc Pao pulled it through. It was kind of close though. It was really close, but like all 3 games. So, because yeah, just like that last game where it just needed 1 land. Damn it, Carlo! Don't remind me. I hit the card now. I remember it so vividly when I had dig through time in my hand. I wanted a combo next turn. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna kill me this turn. And when he declared attack with Torbrand, Sir JR, Ember,
So yummy.
and then
With
he
Torbrand.
did it in his fashion. He did it like this, like Ember Clip, and then he's like, like, it's all yours, baby. If you ain't got the answer, I got this. Like, and then I cast dig. I got nothing.
Jesus.
Died.
Jesus, take the wheel.
That's 10 damage, Gerson. That's 10 damage.
Yeah.
I know.
And I
wait,
literally
oh,
had 10 life.
oh,
I
see,
literally
yeah,
had
10
10
damage,
life.
yeah.
Easy
Risk and
money.
damage.
Anyway, so here we are, the finalists.
Boom.
That's Jico. So he's one of their top players in Davao. He ran Mono Blue Spirits. He
Mhm.
beat Zoe in the top 8
Yeah.
sa quarterfinals.
Mono Blue
Very
Spirits.
impressive. Very impressive considering that Boros Convoke is a very scary deck to go
Very,
against.
very potent. Yeah,
There's
Yeah,
Boros
sure.
Spirits is the one with snow-covered islands, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I remember you sent your standard decks with snow-covered island, snow-covered lands. So
Oh,
yeah, everyone's like, "Di man illegal. Ano naman ni diri?" Grabe gari.
You're right. Basics are basics.
Gitu.
I can ship my unhinged lands. Excuse me. No.
Basics are basics.
Yeah, and then we got my man, the myth,
Yeah,
the
boy.
legend, Doc
Yeah,
Pao.
boy. Doc Pao.
Like,
Yeah,
shout out to Doc.
He was
Pao.
having good
It's
vibes
like,
during that day.
yeah,
So
like
good.
aggro has always been his stick ever since he started playing, and
Yeah,
he has
Leave.
really held on to the archetype for this long, and the results show. RCQ
That makes
finals.
sense. That makes sense.
Finalists.
Yeah, congrats.
They had a chant the day. So TDBappo was telling me that they had a chant, or at least Doc Pao had a chant. He was saying, never punished.
Never punished. Because the funny thing is, he's the guy who keeps telling everyone, especially the kids, like, dude, do not keep a one land hand. Never. You do that in FNMs. You never do that in big tournaments. And then this guy goes up to a fucking top 8. Excuse me for my language. He goes up to a top 8 and he keeps one land. And then he draws a land next turn. Like, my God, this guy.
Never punish.
Punished.
And that's where the coin was placed. That's where the
Never
coin was
punish.
Oh, hashtag keep one land, baby. Believe.
He
Ay,
even, gave
Doc
the, he even
Pao.
gave the look. Like, he looks at his hand. He's like, he turns around. Yeah.
Okay, yes, son.
The message
I
from
always
the
do
player
it.
there, it wasn't just one land. It was a
It was a
mutable.
beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
it was a very strong hand as well because he had 2 ossification. I think it was up against what do you call this? Sir Monty, if I'm not mistaken. Mono green. He played mutable turn 1, and even Monty was shocked. Like, what? Why would you do that?
he kept
then-
a mutable hand.
And then to make things worse, he drew the land, which no brainer. Played the land and played Talia's lieutenant on turn 2. And then, that made him more shocked. Like, what?
What?
Because he was expecting Thalia or maybe Copper Coat Vanguard,
Turncoat.
or like the better turn 2 drops, or maybe 2-1 drops. I don't know.
He's
But
feigning dismember, yo. It's dismember. This must be dismember, man.
he was so
Wrong
shocked.
format,
But what
wrong
made it more shocking was that he threw the 3rd land into Adeline, and oh my
Ooh.
God, the tides have turned like really
Attack
quickly.
for 3. Turn 3. Ooh.
4 attack for 4. Because they even the token attacks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's like he never was punished for keeping that land. Oh God.
Jesus.
Never punished.
Well, sorry, I was going to say, remember facing Doc Pao and Kaladesh game day with Boros vehicles, multi 4 and curve out and drop to copter. Never punished.
Punished. Sama.
God damn.
That's where the coin was raised. And then we just kept talking about it on our way back. So, and this is the top 8. Congratulations, guys. So
Yo.
proud of my
A1.
boys.
My
We
boy.
worked so hard to get there on the first day, and we got
Look
it.
at that.
There's Zico, there's Barney. Even Barney and Monty did so well.
For sure.
And-
For sure.
Yeah. And then Zoe, super proud of him. He got the top 8. He listened to us. That was the most important part. He listened to us on day 1. Boy, you better bring this deck if you want to win. And that's what he did. He got the top
We're
8.
talking about the deck a while ago, Son. If you're comfortable in sharing, what was the initial plan for Zoe, and then
Yeah, sure.
why it transitioned? Yeah.
Yeah, so basically we were playtesting. Zoe was bringing I'm pretty sure this is just due to the restrictions of card availability. But he ran Boros mid range, so it it consists of
Wait,
cards
Carl,
like
Carl, wait.
Sky Knight.
Before that, we'll ask Carl. Carl, what do you think consists of Boros mid range? What do you think the card would be?
Cards that have a wall of text.
Yes,
Cards that have-
yes.
Well,
Have you heard?
okay.
Have you heard of Outlaw Merriment?
Lagi. Oh, lagi.
That's his favorite card. Yeah, but
Outlaw Merriment is from Eldraine that gives you a random token at the beginning of your upkeep.
yes, yes.
Yeah, that's his
So-
favorite card.
So in theory, this deck is actually pretty good against Rakdos mid range because it has a lot of decks that create monumental value as the game progresses, which is what Rakdos usually struggles with.
Can't deal with.
Like it has that Outlaw Merriment, makes tokens every turn. It has Wedding Announcement, which is also very good against Rakdos mid range.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it just sacrifices all the matchups, like with everything else. Like I'm pretty sure you're not gonna beat everyone else.
You're
Guys,
good at
I'm-
one deck. One deck.
Yeah.
It's
If
gonna
you
get
hate
one deck to
Rakdos, you
everyone
gotta
else.
play this deck. So shout out to my boy Zoe. He made the switch. We convinced him to play Boros Convoke, and it paid off. He got the top
Good
seed.
call.
for
Good
his
call.
first time. The first time he played outside the city in his big.
Nice.
This is his debut
Nice.
tournament, technically. So
Agree.
congratulations.
Outside the city, yeah.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
It's also I'll give a quick shout out there to Osoy and the staff for making sure that the cards from me got to them on time.
Oh
Also,
yeah,
we
you
were-
gotta tell them. You gotta tell them how
it
it went.
got to them
Because
on
it-
time, like 2 a.m. on Saturday. So shout outs to the
So-
staff.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. You know how LBC can sometimes be a bee in the butt? Yeah,
Yeah.
it did that. It was one of those times. Carlo sent the cards last minute on Sunday because he was busy.
Sunday. Sunday.
And we were expecting like Cebu to Cagayan. Pretty sure it should
Maybe
take
3
about
days.
3
give or
days.
take,
3
right?
days.
Yeah.
It wasn't 3 days. That was the catch. It wasn't 3 days. It got up to Friday. So 5
It's around
days.
Friday, yeah.
So and that
Yeah.
was the day where we were already going
In
to
Davao.
Davao. So by the
No.
time it got there, I know it wasn't even Friday. It was Saturday. So it was Saturday, and then we were trying to figure out how to get it teleported to Davao. And so I thought of like, yeah, let's do, let's do transportation via
Bus.
Bachelor, bus.
Bachelor. That was.
Yeah, and that was the only option, Bachelor. So it's like, okay, that's our last shot.
It's so risky.
So,
It's so
Friday-
risky.
It is risky.
It was super risky. I was so scared because, they could decide, not contacting me and just leave it out and just take the cards. But we got there.
We got
It's so
there.
risky. What were the cards inside?
A
That
lot.
were price wise.
A lot. Probably about
Foil Liliana of the Veil, pre. Foil
about
Liliana of the Veil.
five digits at the very least. It even had your Scarab God, I believe, Carl.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Scarab.
This is crazy.
Signed Scarab
And
God
they
foil.
it rode on a
first
bus
and-
by itself. What the hell? What are you guys thinking?
So
What is
that-
this?
it's just-
Pre.
Yeah,
Never punished.
Never punished.
never punished. It was meant to be. It was meant to be
Never
that way.
punished. What the hell was that?
Even Nakma was like, dili lagi tumabot tong cards ba? Because there was one last rest in peace remaining, which he needed it because
Yeah.
one of the worst matchups for Mono White is definitely combo decks, especially Rona, Lotus combo,
Non-interaction.
or graveyard decks like Abs and Greasefang. But he says they're manageable. Post board it gets harder, which is why he needed the third rest in peace. So and he got it. But funny thing, he didn't get to use it because he just went up against the Rakdos mid-range decks and the mono green.
Okay.
Never
Then-
punished.
Never punished.
Never punished.
So
Oh
yeah,
my God.
that's the story behind the cards that Carlo brought us. So shout out to you,
That was
Carl. Thank you
crazy.
so much. Thank you so much for supporting
Thank
the
you,
team.
Carl. Thank you, Carl.
Shout out to
For real.
Chris Abel is also one of our players. He also provided cards for the deck that I ran, as well as Nigel. Shout out to Nigel, Sia.
Nigel
from
and Chris,
GC.
shout out to the gang.
So this is Johnny, one of the players from Davao, got to top 8. He played Reckless mid-range. He beat me in the Swiss because his draws were so crazy. Like, what the hell? I'm like,
God.
okay, you can have this win now because the deck gave it. Because I was like, we're going back and forth. Yeah, it was very even. And then suddenly he top decks a Takenuma, Mills, gets a Shouldered. He did it twice, games 1 and 2. I was answering his Fable, I was answering his Go Blanks, like with Thoughtseize and all, going back and forth. And then he just top decks Croxa and Shouldered. Like,
lesson learned, children. You can never Thoughtseize my top deck, baby.
So here's Barney as well. Also ran Rakdos mid-range Barney in day 1, got to top 8, and then that's where he lost to Dokpao and the semis. Shout outs to him. I just kill everything. Yeah, that's just how it rolls. That's just
kill everything that moves.
Kill everything.
If it moves, kill it.
Kill it. Nasa nagikan? That's from an RTS. Give me a sec.
So yeah, so our games were basically, it was kind of even, but I felt like I had the advantage because I'm the combo deck, so I could just go off anytime. But my man Johnny just top decks Shouldered. Why? I didn't even get to put my Rona yet. It was so frustrating to play. Oh my god. And then there's JR, also one of the guys that beat me with mono red. Curse you, Embercleave! I remember the meme from Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Yu-Gi-Oh! Was like, it should have been me! It should have been me! Yeah, that's me right there. God dang it. Yeah, shout out to the Davao boys. They were so generous and kind. That's why you put 3 Shellys. No, I even see some running 4 shoulders right now. So
4 shoulders. Yeah.
Good games, Mike. Good games. That was crazy.
It's
my boy Zoe. I know, Carlo, and you're pulling out the Chinese version. Racist. I'm Chinese. Shout outs to my boy Zoe, top 8.
Zoe. First major tournament for Zoe,
yeah,
right?
First major tournament, yeah. Because
shout out Zoe.
He always plays at the shop. Sometimes he does good, sometimes he doesn't. But this was one of his debut tournaments.
Training moments.
Yes.
I heard hands were sweaty.
Johnny, can you help me? What his name was again? I forgot. It was in the brackets earlier. Let's see. Here we go. I think this was
only
Michael?
one. Either Adrian, Peter, Michael.
I think this is Michael. Because
Yeah.
Jose Victor is Jico, I believe, the mono blue. But that's Michael. I'm not sure who he is. So unless you guys are familiar with him. Yeah.
Michael Doc Pao
Talk
says,
to me about
Michael.
this guy, Doc, because I wasn't able to talk to him. I didn't get to see his deck as well, so I'm not sure what his deck was.
Which one of the big 3 probably? So green, Rakdos, or mono? Huh? Oh, so mono white? Oh, he also played mono white though.
Ah, there you go. Got it. And then there's Remonte. Got the top 8. But
let's go.
Didn't get the invite on day 1. Yeah, soldiers. Paired with him.
Soldiers, baby.
Hey.
Round 1. What happened? Is it white on white? White on white.
I think the copper coats were. Yeah, it's the copper coats that gave him the advantage. It was just a faster clock on Doc Pau's end.
Oh, she's.
I think that's what happened. So, yeah, let me go. Oops. I think that's the end of the slide for day 1. Hold up.
All right, day 1 is done. We're gonna wait for day 2. You know, Carl, when they were, so for everybody's background, Team TD and Team CDO actually basically has a chat, and then they update us whenever things are happening. So it feels like the group is actually part of their journey, And I was really jealous, TD Slice Bread and Car, about their journey. The group were going to, what do you call this? To the van, and then everybody's geared up, right?
They even had like a top deck. What is your profession video? What was that?
Yeah, they had it.
We had it. It was a very cute segment that we did. Because I was so hyped for the boys. We did so well in day 2. So day 2,
chaos happened.
It was a very good day 2 for both Cagayan and Cebu because we converted into an invite. Monty got an invite. Ilkia got an invite. Let me just go next as well. Oops. There you go.
Monty.
And they're both mono green. Which is what we predicted. We predicted that after day 1, everyone is going to adjust and play mono green's gonna do better because there were a decent amount of Rakdos mid ranges in day 1.
See.
So and mono green just eats Rakdos like for breakfast.
Unfortunately.
So, ride or die mono G in the place.
Of course.
Of course, I got there. Top 8.
What the hell is that picture, Gerson?
What's happening?
Gerson, what?
I was possessed. I was possessed by the devil.
So there's Broda.
So that.
Yeah, so there's 1 from Davao, 1 from Manila, 3 from Cebu, and 3 from Cagayan de Oro. So pretty decent weekend. So from Manila, there's Nico, who I faced in round 1 sa day 2. Was running Gruel vehicles. Jico is still running spirits. Dude, my man is so consistent. It's very good. And yeah, Patrick, Barney, and Monty on their signature decks. Oh, except for Barney, who ran Boros Convoke. So he adjusted.
If you can't beat him, baby.
Join.
And then Nokpao, me, and Ilkia, mono green, mono white, and Rona. That's the run.
Let's go.
And then we got the picture. That was on day 1. I forgot to put it on day 1. But yeah, we were so happy. That's the top 8 playmats. Let's see. Cebu team. Yeah, there's Manila. I told ya. Yeah, Benjamin. There's Nico. And then there's Jensen. I wasn't able to talk to the guy. Shout out to Jensen team. Hope we could have a healthy discussion on our next run. But yeah, they were there. They represented as well. I think one of them ran the mono green Stompy. The guy in the middle. We were practicing Boros Convoke for Jico to pilot. Of course, he played mono blue pagdating sa RCQ. Of course. There's always a like
biglang Nico. It's like
I don't
yep.
I don't
last turn.
I'm just gonna play my deck. I don't care.
Yeah. Never mind.
And there's me, top 8.
Yeah.
Or top 4. I got there finally.
Let's go.
That was so tiresome. That was super fun. Yeah. And Energy fell short, but I'm pretty sure he gave the slot because he already got 1 in day 1.
Yeah, so, definitely agree.
Tito
Pat. You know what the funny thing is? After day 1, Barney was just started making fun of me and then calling me the breaker of dreams because that's what happened on the day 1 round 5 Swiss because I paired up against Peter Paul on his mono green. He was 2-0-1, I believe, or 3-0-1. He was undefeated.
3-0-1.
Yeah, he was undefeated. And he was opting for a top seed. Yeah, he was writing for top seed. He needed to beat me for top seed. And then I ended up beating him. So it messed up the seeding. And then, so it was like, yeah, Jerson, destroyer of dreams. 3-1. He would have been 4-1 and he would have been top seed.
No. Jerson said no.
Thanks for yeah. So I technically helped my boy Doc Pao. So in the end, Doc Pao got the top seed. He was so surprised.
We got you, boo.
That's what happened. There's Barney as well in the top 8. Doc Pao.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, and there's Nico. running Groove vehicles. This was the day 2 run, round 1. There you go. There's Mabs.
Wait, what's Mabs playing?
So Mabs is playing the Convoke deck instead. So they did a switcheroo on day 2. Because
Nice.
After day 1, we were deciding what decks we were gonna play on day 2. Some of the boys made some different. They had different opinions going into day 2. But the overall consensus was white is still good, green is still good. Those are the decks you want to run. Rakdos if you want to play it safe, but of course, if you want to get the win, I'm pretty sure green is the place to be.
So what did Zoe play on day 2?
The mid range. Yeah, there it is. He
Merriment, baby, let's go.
He
Went up
went
against-
back to his deck. Okay.
yeah,
okay.
met with Tito Pat.
You just
Sure.
wait on my next upkeep, baby. You just wait. Turn 4,
Look how serious I
slam
look.
merriment. You just wait.
Go.
I
on my
just
next
I
upkeep.
want to ask this because I didn't really ask this much. How did Mickey do?
For day
He
2,
did good on day 1.
day one he did well.
He did
I'm not
well.
sure.
Top
I think
16, I think.
yeah.
Around 13,
Top 16,
give or take
yeah.
14. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
'cause
was there.
This is Mickey's first like major tournament, as long as I can remember, actually. So,
Yeah, I'll show the brackets later. But
Okay.
the results
Go
gonna be
ahead.
there. All right, so there's Doc Pao is having fun with
Bye,
JR
Kayo.
with their play mats, the top 8 play mats.
Yes.
Which I'll explain later. There's 2 versions of
Light
it.
flex, is it?
And this is the part where I love. This was between me and Yuri, because this was the second time we met. He was playing blue-white control, and yeah,
Mhm.
I was running Rona. Everyone was just waiting for good because we were the last table to finish, and we went to time. And then I remember Yuri before he started the game. He's like, "Ang goal nako karon, dili ko mapildi."
Wait, what?
So going into that with that context, I was thinking I was locked in for top 8 because I was 3-0, so I wanted to draw in. And then lo and behold, this guy Yuri came in with a 2-0-1 record. I'm like, oh no, we're gonna have to play this game.
Oh yeah, he can.
No,
He can't draw in that.
he
He
can't
can't
draw
draw
it.
in.
He has to
Yeah.
win as well. So
Yeah.
so we played it.
Yeah.
I won game
Had no
1. I
choice.
comboed out. Game 2, it was rough because even though I got his rest in peace, he was able to stabilize with his top decks because that's how you always win against Thoughtseize. Win with top deck. You can't top deck my Thoughtseize. And then game 3, it was like a slugfest. I hit him with Glissa. I hit him with what do you call this? Ledger Shredders. He was answering them. He was cleanly answering my my Planeswalkers as well. And it happened to the point where I was almost about to combo, but I didn't get there. And then Yuri did not have enough for him to do the lethal because he had the whole of the giant storm giants on the field already. So, and I was already like down to 3, I believe, like super low.
Yikes.
But I had 2 blockers. I had Rona and Thassa's Oracle.
The classic.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, there's no way I'm winning this game. Yeah, I was just time this out. And then Yuri's like, wala ba daw ako napildi? Ora na yung importante. Gives me the handshake. Congrats.
So, I have a question, guys. Why is it that most of the picture, Joshua always managed to be in all awkward pose every time?
I wanted to comment on that. You beat me to it. Jesus Christ.
Why is it
Damn it,
always
Josh.
the
Joshua,
most
damn it.
unopportune moment?
The most personal and human of moments.
All right. There's another
The
angle. of me
photographer
playing.
just really.
Yeah,
didn't
this was
time
the final board. I had everything in place. I had Mox Amber. I had Rona. I just couldn't find the retraction helix to combo off. God dang it!
The pain of combo decks. That one
Yeah.
piece that I need.
It was super
I
deep.
didn't
I
find.
checked my deck after that game.
Super deep.
It was like I was still halfway from my deck, and I was already digging deep. Yeah, and then there's
PvP.
Mickey. Yeah,
Vroom, vroom.
there's James and Mickey playing it out, and then there's the top 8. Yeah, and with the awkward
Awesome.
post from Jico.
The Joshua Classic.
And then there's Thurton. Yeah, there you go. The shopkeeper.
Christus.
Shout out to him. Yeah, Christensen. It
He
was super
wasn't
nice.
judging, right? He wasn't
No, he
judging.
wasn't. It was just taking care of the shop.
Yeah.
So top 8 quarterfinals. Hilkia went up against Nico. If you saw the updates from the top deck chat group chat, it was pretty much one-sided.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
it's a hard
it's
thing
a hard
to win.
it's a hard matchup.
Yeah, it's a hard
So-
hard matchup
so
for
Shout outs to Nico for putting it out.
Everything mono
He
green
tried.
has
Like he had Bone Crusher. He had what do you call this? Love Struck Beast. That's his stack. But he even had Stone Brain because he pulled that in my game as well. But unfortunately, the mono green is just such a disgusting deck to go up against.
Mono green. Come on, man.
It's annoying.
And then there's us. We played it.
You guys
sila-
played it.
Yeah, Sila Monty, of course, he just got the invite easily.
Monty got got the invite.
but-
This must be
But
very.
but it was funny because I was like, someone, you want to play it out? Yeah, let's play it out because you want to play it out. I want to play it out. I'm doing it for the fans. I'm doing it for the fans. And there they go. They were all looking at me trying to figure out how the deck works. Yeah. And shout outs to Chino as well. Chino was there. He was their hype man on the shop. He was like, let's go for the side bets. Like, what?
Yeah.
Side
What?
bets. Dito kang Jerson, 1,000 kang Jerson para bawi akong entry. Like,
Love
damn, son, you have a lot of confidence on me. Thanks, bro. Hey, man, Barney beating Barney. Oh, yeah, he was up against Barney. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. I thought someone gave you the win, but it was Barney pala.
Monty and Barney had to
it was
slug it out.
They also had
Yeah.
a team kill on the other side.
Side
And
out.
Barney
The friendly fire
they
was
wanted.
so
They
much.
both wanted the invite.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot. They had to play it out as well. So not
The
easy,
se-
not easy.
siguro
Don't worry.
The second hashtag for that weekend was friendly fire.
Yeah,
Friendly fire. Friendly
Yeah.
fire.
So much
Never
friendly
punished.
fire.
Always friendly fire.
teams were in the same bracket. If only we had to swap, that would have been slightly manageable emotionally.
Yeah. Emotionally agree. At least it's just going to be the conviction, right?
Yeah.
Steady conviction. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah,
What's funny, you
there-
had
there,
Visage because
a little-
of the
a little
staging your
context.
combo. Game 3, you had lock three ways in part of Karn, Tormod script, and Piting need to Samirola.
Yeah, that was rough. But the funny thing is, this is why I love my deck because game 1, he locked me out with Bosejo, but I told myself I have a 4th Mox in the deck. If I draw that,
We win.
So I tried to spike it out, tried to dig through it.
Hmm.
So I went for the combo, tap Mox Amber, cast Helix. He Bosejo'd, and the race is on. Filtered my deck, tried to dig. Rona, bounce Tyvar, cast Tyvar, bounce untap Rona, dig, and then untap with Tyvar, dig, draws the. No, I didn't get it. And then after the game, I checked the next top 5 cards. It was there. The box Amber was there. It should have been me. It should have
It should have
been
been me. Oh no.
me.
One is on the chat. The
Yeah,
big
Shout
shout
That's
out.
Yuri.
outs,
That's Yuri.
so-
Shout outs, bro. Shout outs. That was some very tight games.
Hello,
Very tight.
hello.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Blue white control. Crazy man.
Wait. Main board Tor mods. Come on, man.
He did that.
Really real?
That- Dude,
Second game
Ilkia was so
after
disgusting.
sideboarding.
He was so disgusting. He mainboarded Tormod script.
After sideboarding, it's like
Yeah.
I was like, game 1, come on, man. There's just like inbreeding right there.
And he drew it. And he
Wasn't
drew it as
disgusting.
well. So I'm like, all right, I see. I respect that. I
Yeah,
respect that.
I see. I
Because
see how it
he's
is.
adjusting. Because out of all the players in the tournament, only the teammates, my teammates, were the ones who kind of figured out how the deck works. So
Yeah, how
Ilkia,
to play.
you sly son of a gun. he put the Tarmot script in just to really lock me out because he knows how important my graveyard is. So he really wants to shut that down. And then from there, it was gonna be Karn and Pithing Needle to lock up the game. That's what happened. When one of
that was good. That was good.
yeah.
Hey, look, somebody's booking Grab on the photo.
Good eye, Pre. Good eye.
Time to go home.
Listen,
And
all right,
go
this is.
Tapos,
Gotta go.
how?
Where?
Emojis in how?
Miko Kino, baby. Get wrecked, son.
Brian
How?
Ikes.
Wooberg.
So they kind of did
Wooberg.
bad. Here's your answer, Carlo. Mickey and James kind of did bad. I think it was a very bad day for them. Bottom 24.
Well,
Yeah, they told on the group chat it wasn't the cards weren't lining up against them. Yeah.
So
There
Miguel,
are days
Eric,
like that. There are days like that. Yeah.
Miguel, Eric, and Zoe, they actually did decent.
Better. Eric did better. Top 15.
And then
Joshua is
Kevin,
11.
Yeah, Kevin is 9. Look at that.
Kevin's 9.
Look at that.
He almost got
Look
it.
at that.
But there's like 4 of them with 3 twos. So
Only one.
You almost got it. Only got one.
yeah.
I'll
And
say
the one
yeah,
that got it was Jico. He got the last slot. So it's like, it's time for money.
Here comes the money. I'm so proud of the other Lotus player out there, Joshua, slugging it out there. Always remember, at this specific climate, right? Both standard and pioneer, and even modern, accept the fact that you're gonna get Thoughtseize turn 1 every time. It's like MTGA. Just accept it. It's just part of life, baby.
Turn 1 Thoughtseize.
Circle of
Turn
life.
1
Thoughtseize. Just
please.
accept. Receive. We receive with giving heart. That's the important part. Oh, Thoughteize. All right, here you go. Let me put my cards on the table. Arrange it for you.
Let
Here's on
me
my
show you
row.
my secrets.
Oh my god. That was good. Oh,
Yeah.
there's another tag right there. Brian. Look at the name of Brian. Boom.
Yeah.
It's in boxes.
So this
I
is the
hate
final
that they can do
standings
that.
after finals. Ilkia and Monty got the win. I came third.
So close. So close. 2-1-2. 4-1-2.
Yeah, but there's some
Double
Thoughtseize.
Nobody
Alright,
expected
alright.
double Thoughtseize.
Monty. I want you to know those are my Thoughtseizes.
Confiscar
extension, I
pensamientos.
Thoughtseize you.
What?
Confiscar
Pensamientos.
Today I
By
learned
extension,
Spanish.
I Thoughtseized you as well.
So-
Those are mine.
So funny thing about that, Sir Monty, was I had 2 Thoughtseizes on my hand on that game that you're specifying, and then I Thoughtseize you turn 1. On the next draw, I drew another Thoughtseize. I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus
That's
Christ!
how it is.
Chill,
That's how
Rona,
it's
chill.
supposed to be.
I know you want to win, but chill.
You have to chill out.
Feels good for the opponent, and feels
Yeah.
good.
And there's a
The
group
team.
picture. Oh, look at how
Nice.
happy Judge Ben is.
Yeah.
Look how happy he is. I'm so proud of
Everybody
our
seems super
team.
happy.
Super happy and super what do you call this? Super happy for both Team CDO and Cebu. Did very well. It's a very good community that we built together. So
Mhm.
I would like to say congratulations to everyone who
Congratulations,
Yeah.
everyone.
yeah
Actually, for
made
me,
it.
this picture, right? It's a team photo. Joshua still does he manage
Oh,
to
moment.
look up
Josh.
again? What is happening?
Just one moment. please.
Classic Joshua.
It's just like,
Congrats,
what the hell is
everyone.
this
That was
post?
fun. What was that? Legs apart.
Man,
Bow
this
leg
is
style.
like this is the one, guys. Just to put a thought there. This picture encapsulates how tightly knit the Cebu and CDO communities are. Like
Yeah.
we may be separated by an ocean, but we are like almost one community gyapon.
Yeah, we're
Like
brothers.
imagine if the heavy hitters, the titos of our end, silang Craig, Starry, and the titos of their end who were not able to come, silang Richie, the Mary, and everyone else. Imagine if all of
It's like
us
a
came together as
reunion.
one, like a reunion. Yeah,
Mag-RCQ
Every
ta
GP actually. Yeah, every GP actually. Like it feels like everyone knows everyone from the community. Like even if I am like away, people still know me as well. You guys also when we go to GP, it's just like we never left, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So my
true.
house of video, yes, the Serpent.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he keeps telling me he wants to come back, but
Tale of Two Cities.
It's okay. It's
if he,
okay.
if he can find the time to come home.
So
So yeah, also
TDBappo-
Judge Ben. Yeah,
sorry,
Casually.
go on.
Judge Ben was very busy. He was so happy when he saw everyone, like the team. He saw it, he was like, "Oh my god, they're all new players. They're gonna get on my decks. Hey, you guys want to play Dual Commander?" And boy, did they
that's
play! As I was like, "Guys, we need to go. The van is outside," and they're like, "Budget lang kuya, nagdulat kami." Yeah.
You're like a dad now. Dad.
Yeah,
Come on,
I
guys,
kinda
let's
The
go.
responsible adult.
Yeah, responsible adult. Once upon a time, we were not that. We were the other ones before.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's the results. I think one more cool thing that Davao did, I want to mention. Let me see if I could pull it up.
Playmats.
Yeah, the playmats. The playmats.
I love the
man.
playmats.
That
I love the
awesome.
playmats.
So awesome.
Shout out to Doc
Everybody
Pao.
wants the playmat.
Shout out to Doc Pao who got it signed as well for me.
Yeah,
Shout out to you, Brody. Boom.
there you go.
Gay!
Yeah,
The
so
artist
this
as
was the
well.
artist. I mean, I forgot her name. Was that Rio?
I think Lawrence knows who she is. Lawrence commented
Chat, if you
Rida.
could, if you
Rida.
could help.
Reida. Rida.
The artwork, yo, is legit. I like it. It captured actually the vibe for Planeswalker, right? What do you think? Liliana had the
Renoida.
same-
Renoida.
Renoida. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Doc Pao is closer to her than you guys.
Yeah.
You just call it Ren.
Well, of course.
Friendship.
Ren.
It's
Oh,
nice.
grabe. Ren na good ba? Ren yung
Ren.
tawag niya.
First name basis.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
So,
go.
this is Renoida. She is the artist who was commissioned for the playmats for the Davao RCQ. It looks super awesome. This is the top 8 version, and this is the
Available for sale.
the general version where you get it when you play both day 1 and day 2. It still looks
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
So you have
guys
to
that,
just-
The top 8 is the bikini. No. I swapped my normal one for the top 8 version because I got
So
it
you
in
have
top
two top 8s.
8. No, one lang. They only give one.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, fine.
If I wanted one though, they said I had to buy it for 1,000.
Damn.
So I'm like, nah, I'm cool with this. This is cool.
I'm fine with the city version. Liliana in glasses. It's something that I did not
Si
realize.
Sandra
I like.
gakaon og barbecue.
Nisa is always like boba. I really feel the vibe there. The boba vibe.
Yeah, you can see the
Still
difference.
drinking here. The girl's thirsty, yo.
Mhm.
I should have ordered one of
Net-
the city one. The city one was nice.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
did autographs,
Autographs,
signing
yeah.
of. Even though the autograph is already on the art, she still
At-
signed them.
Double.
And then some of the top 8 players were like, "No, we couldn't get the sign. Is she coming back tomorrow?" Yeah. And they're like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did." Yeah, which she did. And there's me.
Yay!
Got my sign. Got my sign. Yeah. And then the boys as well. Yeah.
And that boys, get in there, boys. Get in there.
Get in. So it's pretty cool because it kind of makes her look like an actual celebrity.
Yeah.
Because we
I
really
mean-
like her art.
The artwork is really good for
The
sure.
art is
So,
nice. It's a nice.
it's deserved.
Like,
Well deserved.
reimagining. I like it.
Well deserved for sure.
Also,
Push
well
easy.
deserved for us because we spent 2,000 for the entry, so I mean we get something back.
2,000 for both?
No, 2,000 for one.
Ah,
That's for the
yeah.
the free play mat and the booster
Alright.
packs.
Mm.
Okay, so I think that is it on my end in terms
Yeah.
of like what do you call this? The run for Davao. Overall, very positive vibes. Everyone had fun. We had some good results for Team CDO and Cebu, and I think we're gonna look forward to the regional championships for Dokpao and Ilkia, and maybe hopefully
Like
someone
another
else,
one.
like another one, if we could catch up. We'll see.
What's
We'll see.
that was what I was saying. Going to ask next. What's next for the team? Which invasion are we going to open? Which portal will open?
Well, think about it. So far, I'm looking at the what you call this, the schedule, and looks like the remaining slots are in Manila and Cebu.
So there's only two
Guys,
portals
so
open.
July 1. July 1, July
Interesting.
2.
Yes,
And
there's August as well.
Spoiler alert, your boy TD Slice Bread will be judging the event.
Yeah.
Ah, congratulations. We'll be
Hey.
We'll be sure to call Judge.
The next question. The next question is, when is Top Deck gonna have their RCQ?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the big question. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people, if that's gonna happen, a lot of people are gonna be very hype about it.
Yo,
Guarantee.
Yo. Vlog
sure
incoming.
I'm sure Cebu's gonna come. I have a good feeling that Davao might show up. That's a good chance because we connected and we exchanged vibes, good vibes. Manila, I think Manila, like
sure,
Judge
for
Ben
sure.
and the rest of the gang could show up. So yeah, very confident that if we could get an RCQ here
Oh
in
no,
Top Deck.
Hilkiah coming to Cebu to stress me out.
And driving to CD
Yo.
for that. Yo, that's what I want to hear. Sir
Let's
Johnny,
go,
Thank
let's
you,
go,
Sir
man.
Johnny. Thank you, Sir Johnny.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Reverse invasion.
Reverse
Reverse
invasion. It's funny because
invasion.
the set is
It's
like
time.
March of the Davao.
March
Yeah,
on
let's
Davao.
go.
Yeah.
Thoughts and boys.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
I think me and Tito E really share the FOMO here of missing out.
FOMO. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
A week before, I decided I already like put my ticket in the cart to because I already have
Then
planned it out.
Then life
Already booked my
happened.
leave. Right? Like even hours before the flight, was like I still have an hour to book my flight, and I think I can fly. I'll still make it there by 4. I can meet the guys.
It was that tight. Yeah, pre. It was that tight.
Yeah, I was still undecided up until the last day. I mean, there was the FOMO was hitting me hard, man. I mean, at the same time,
Yeah, me too.
I missed the
I
Dragon
had a
Balls
job
at the end
on
of the night, so
Dragon Ball.
so
Next time. Like if
it's okay.
if Watsi gets their stuff together, I can't say it a bad word. They get their stuff together, we can expect more of these down the road.
True.
Like
true.
it's still the
I
first
mean-
semester of the year, so there's still a lot.
Agree. As Portal comes in, Cebu and Manila is also a good portal for me to come through.
Mhm.
So throwing it out there, they never expected the what do you call this? Confiscar.
The conference.
Pensamientos.
Pensamiento.
Confiscar pensamientos.
The reference to my Italian first sprint.
Confiscar pensamientos.
And you do it with the
Adrian.
angle. You do it with the angle like confiscar.
Confiscar pensamientos.
Yeah.
Get
Oh no!
All right, cool. Last messages. I think it was fun for me. Even as a spectator, I was really refreshing my chats every time. At certain points, I wanted to ask the group what's happening, but I refrained from doing so because it's distracting.
Mhm, mhm.
So that's
As
me.
much as we wanted to. because
Yeah.
like it's the community, but still we have our like concern. We wanted just to be sure, has everybody eaten, has everybody had good night's rest, how is everybody? Yeah,
It
but
sounds
we
like
didn't
you're the
want to
dad
sound
here,
like nagging
Carlo.
people. But
It sounds like you're the dad here. So I'm already doing that.
jeez.
About
Oh,
you, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
You were
so
saying?
Monty is telling us like if we have a dual commander event, he'll most definitely come, which is very interesting because Judgment and I have been talking on the sidelines about hosting a dual commander event, and he's very welcome to supporting us. He would even fly down for us if he wants. So we could host a dual commander event, like a big event, like probably outside the shop, like in a mall, something like that,
Oh,
just to get some
interesting.
exposure.
Mm,
I'm like, yeah, that could work, but I gotta get these guys to play the commander first,
Oh no.
because we just started
For
getting back on
free.
standard. So we'll see what happens.
It's not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We'll get there.
If I can navigate no, that's always
Well,
been the issue with our shop. Like,
San yan?
where is
San
this?
banda yan?
Don't worry,
You're the
guys. We have put a lot of signage for sure. You will see it. No problem. We have a very big landmark, a huge misplaced water tank in front of the building for some goddamn reason.
Thank you, landlord,
So
for
dumb.
putting that water tank.
It's the main
So dumb.
feature. Where are you guys? I've just find a water tank in the ground floor.
Dude, yes, I would love to have a standard RCQ because we're also trying to
Oh,
get RCQ
my herd
standard
migration
back.
is my herd
Yeah!
migration.
Let's go! Herd migration! End of turn. Game 3 life.
Search a land, game 3 live.
That's
So much
that's my
value.
shtick. That's my jam, boy. I wanna,
Yeah. Yes. Speaking about like
Gotta have some fair magic.
Move of what's the supporting standard is actually I guess it's a really good thing because before that announcement, people say, "What's standard? What's that? What's that? We have arena for that. Yeah, we won't play that." Now that they are supporting it with that extension, I think standard has legs now.
For
Yes.
sure, for sure. Sanya in the corner of first and yes.
First and yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Selling the Itali. Oh.
Oh, PM is key.
All right.
PM is
PM you,
key.
bro. PM you, bro. Let's talk about it.
$5 domain, Jesus. Yes, Jesus
Nino.
indeed. He
Oh
won't
yeah,
save you
I
now.
remember. No, because I remember. I think it was JR who was opening packs. He got the Atali, and then
Yeah.
and then I think it was Johnny who bought it. Oh no, or maybe it was Johnny who pulled the Atali. I was like, yeah, he was so happy. I was like, are you selling? He's like, no. And I forgot that. Of course, they're playing standard here,
Yeah.
They play standard there. There's
which makes me very jealous because their standard community is very strong in Davao. Shout out to
Oh,
Davao.
tonight is the banning? Oh, shit.
Yes, tonight. It's tonight.
No!
You guys want to talk about it? You guys want to talk about it?
Hi
I just
Fable.
got my playset shouldered and well, Fable already.
Now this is standard, so I think Fable
Hi
is going
standard. So
definitely gonna take a huge hit, like
Damn.
very obvious.
Fable.
Based on
Yeah,
the interview from Watsy last stream, I think Fable is the card to go. I wonder if they're gonna ban more cards. That's the question because
Actually,
yeah,
I was hoping that it could be like how Watsy does it before, like bad adjacent cards to it rather than the card itself.
No. Don't
Like rather than
stop
banning
it.
the
Stop
card
it. Don't
itself.
put that out in the universe. No.
like
Don't ban my bank
No.
busters. No.
No,
Bankbuster.
I just bought my bank busters. No,
Busters. Don't do
anything
that.
but the bank busters. Okay, you can take the bank busters, but you can take the bank busters, but not Atraxa.
Okay.
Not
I
my
don't.
boy.
I know. I don't think.
Back
I don't
the
think.
smuggler's
He's
copter
fair.
of
He's
this gen.
fair.
Atraxa is fair if you cast her retail. If you're reanimating it at turn 4, it's not fair. Stop that.
Oh my god. What else? What else is there to ban though for standard? Don't think there's much to ban.
There was actual like leak.
Poll?
Well, not leak, but it's a fake leak. It's basically
Fake
their
leak.
prediction. There was a lot of bans that they were predicting. They were thinking of Wandering Emperor, getting on the
That card is
chopping block.
fair. No.
But then again, like I think the idea of that ban list that we recently saw was that Wizards wants to be very aggressive in the format, in balancing the format, to ensure its longevity, because they're going for the long run, diba? Announcing the 3-year extension.
True.
So if they do that, that's actually like good. Albeit a bit of a short-term loss. It's a long-term home run for me,
Game? I see.
because it's gonna hurt a lot of people, a lot of decks. But for the benefit of the meta in the next year, I think
I'm bracing
that's
myself for
that's what Wizards should be doing.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Then
bracing
can they ban
myself.
the,
Can they ban?
the current price of retail Magic products?
I like that.
I second that motion because it hurts. It hurts buying packs.
270 pesos for 5 cards. Thank you.
It's 250 in
Oh.
Davao.
Dumb.
Or no bans at all? Yeah, we
Oh.
could do a switcheroo.
Wow, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Under the rug.
Like
That's
April Fools.
they could do that, but I feel like that's a net negative on their end, because all of their efforts, like trying to
But-
hype up the
okay,
community.
we
with
had
a
this
ban?
discussion last night, or I think you dropped this message last night, right?
Hmm.
If standard was in a very bad state, how come was it Pro Tour last night?
Arena champs.
Arena Champs last night did not have a monopoly of deck.
True,
You know what I
true,
mean?
true. Yeah.
If it was that bad, how is it so diverse? Or is it like just the Timmy around saying that, oh, this card is so hard to play against, blah blah blah?
But
Is it?
if
Is
you-
it?
I think if you look at the recent Pro Tour March of the Machines, I think that's what they're banking on in terms of like which cards are most likely going to ban, because it had a lot of it kind of felt homogeneous, because there were a lot of decks that ran Bankbuster, Fable, even Atraxa was gaining traction. So I think that's the mindset going into the bannings.
This is the game, yo. Don't ban
Yeah.
my cards. Don't
But
be
it's-
like my Okos.
But it's good that we're seeing diversity from last night's event. But it was like a very small group of players that got into that event. So small, like portion size of trying to get some data on which cards should be banned. So I still would lean towards the recent event, which was the Pro Tour March of the Machine, because and they even had some, but they showcased some pretty cool cards like Chandra, Hope of Beacon, as well as the Breach the Multiverse. Those were like big hitters right there. So I think they're moving forward, even after bannings. Those cards are going to be the ones that are going to dominate the meta.
For sure. How about my Angel though? It's a very Angel of Wrath, I think.
Yeah,
Or
Archangel of Wrath.
Archangel of Wrath.
Is
Comes
that the
in
one with the
to play.
kicker?
Yeah, with the kicker.
The flame
Red
Tankavu,
and
game
black
life,
kicker?
baby.
I think she's fine. I think she's fine. Like,
It's okay. It's an okay card. I don't mind. It's a nice card.
yeah.
I like that card because it plays in my herd deck. Don't touch my herd deck. Let's go, Herd!
Two combo players are talking. The mid-range guy is going to go.
I love it when you cast it. You get like 5/3/3 tokens. It's just
And
like
then-
my rhinos again.
Interesting
And then-
point by Monty here, guys.
Yeah.
Talking about meta, surprisingly no creativity this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this the Pioneer nobody played creativity.
The RCQ.
Yeah. Here, even here in SG, I felt that there was only one who brought creativity. Wasn't that popular? It felt that it was weak against Spirits. I think that's the reason why the meta here was heavily inclined Spirits last Saturday. So I think that's the reason why they didn't play it here. It's very hard to go off. I think that's one of the reasons why. The other thing is like, why though? Why though?
Why though?
There's a lot more potent decks to play, right? Look out though, it won in Valencia.
The Legacy Europe Tour, I think that's the event in Valencia.
I think they copied my list.
Valencia, Bukidnon.
Self plug. Catch my YouTube.
Yeah, so
video.
But it's interesting to see like different regions banking on different decks. So in Valencia, Europe, I think creativity is very popular. Like some of the players are banking on it, especially after that performance from Reduk. So that's why they're always tweaking the deck, trying to make sure it adjusts to the meta. I still think it's a strong deck. Not gonna lie.
That's the thing about like localized tournaments, like even on like big ones, like the regional tournaments, you can't really use MTGO, MTGA data to predict your region's meta.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's you have to know which ones are going to play which ones. I think that's mostly where we are. Oh my god. Other than that, do we have any insider information, Judge, about what's going to be banned tonight? Anything we need to sell now? They're not bringing back Harambe. Even if I click on them, like, unban them, you cowards.
Are they gonna announce that in August?
You ask. What did they say?
I asked some judges on the down low. They said na modern is something that's like
unban Simeon Spirit Guide, you cowards.
I'm sorry, bro. Justice for Harambe is still a hashtag.
Oh, you're talking about unbanning, Carlo. There's no word for unbanning.
Unbanning. There's no
word.
We tried.
No.
We tried. I want Oko back.
Right.
No. You can have
give me back my Faithless Looting. If we're talking about cards to be unbanned, give me back my Faithless Looting. It didn't do anything wrong.
Lucky, I think Faithless Looting should be fine. And
Faithless Looting is
really good for Pioneer, I think, right? When it
should bring back Phoenix. I think Phoenix should have some love.
That's the deck that died with the Faithless Looting. I miss the Temporal Trespass play.
Yeah, that is once Karnor
they killed it so bad, man. They banned Iteration. They banned, feels like that one kid.
Someone who's mad about blue red for some reason.
Somebody is mad at blue red
so much.
Oh my god.
Ledger Shredder.
All right, I think we have been talking for almost 2 hours now. It feels like I want to talk a bit more, but again, gotta sleep. TDBappo has to sleep. I don't think TDBappo has. He's been running on adrenaline since
the weekend
last time. I had so I was trying to sleep at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. when they arrived in CDO, and my messenger was blowing up. There's TDBappo or just is like just sending deck list after deck list.
Yeah, I was like, all right,
that
time to rest. I got, funny thing is we got the top deck, we dropped our stuff, we went home, and then after that I went home. I lie on the bed and look at my phone. Time to relax. Oh, look, the Arena Championship's happening. Time to see what's the meta. Oh wow,
I was wondering why you were still awake.
I gotta tag up Chris for this. Chris, you gotta love this deck.
I was wondering why you were still awake.
Oh no, I'm back in the vacuum.
Saw the sun going up.
No, hindi!
I can't stop watching Magic.
into the hole you go.
Yeah, but no joke, guys. I'm very excited for Standard to come back, especially here in Top Deck games.
Me too.
It has been my first love ever since I got into the game.
Mono Blue Flash.
Mono Blue Tempo, and then they print Teferi Time Raveler. Genius.
Perfect. They'll never notice.
Kill the
There
deck.
are Caps.
Kill the deck
I
with one
want to
card.
see Caps back in the battlefield. I want to see Caps burning people again. There's a deck. I left a deck, Caps. You can make it into a standard. I left a deck. There's a red deck.
We found it. We found it.
You
Yeah.
found, so it
Mono-red.
was lost.
Mono red
No, it's
standard.
just that there.
There's an invasion card for mono red, yo. That was
Regatta.
crazy. If you took us 4
Regatta.
damage to the face, what the hell is
or
this?
battle. Or battle. So you can
Jesus
flip a battle.
Christ. MTG people don't know how who decides these things in the boardroom.
There it is.
What
Foils.
if Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Then it flips into that.
Ta-da.
Which kills itself as well. Or like if there's another
It can
battle
hit
that comes
itself.
in.
It can hit itself.
So it can,
Target.
what I'm saying is like if you have
another
4.
target battle or opponent.
So if may 4 ka, turn 3 lapag mo, then turn
Yes.
4 lapag mo ulit.
Yes.
Hit the other one, flip the other one.
Yes.
Jesus.
Nice ko, James. Go for the low blow. Cinematic Merfolk.
Excited sa akong new build sa Civic Repo. Why is it the turtle and a fish?
Why is there a turtle?
blue
Oh,
green.
I think I
blue
know what you
green.
mean.
I got you. Aquatic stuff.
Alright,
I got you. I got you.
The craziest thing I can think of, if it's James, he could pull off like a main board colossal sky turtle for removal. Fish are friends, not food.
Super yucky interaction. Ember Cleave.
Can't even
What's
count
that turtle doing with that giant sword? Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Combo man siya, Carl. Kaya ano, maka-return man kag Kuku.
Yeah! Next level play, baby! Utility card. Unlock.
End of turn, bring back Kuku.
And here I am, stuck playing blue-white control. Oh.
Jim is never gonna go other color than blue. Blue is
Yeah.
the color. Blue is the color.
Blue is the color. Blue is always the color. Anyway,
Right.
Wandering emperors all day. All right, cool. Call it, son.
Wrap this up. All right. Just a few announcements before we wrap up the stream.
oh yeah.
APAC League in Top Deck Games is gonna happen this weekend on
Sunday.
Sunday. It's in the morning because we have other events as well in the afternoon, like Flesh and Blood on demand, as well as Union Arena. We're already starting to bring Union Arena into the fold in Top Deck Games slowly, not surely. Yeah. As well as Warhammer, we still have Rick grinding it out with the boys with Warhammer. What else? Yeah, new month. Like time flies so fast. It's already June.
It's
at
already
this point.
June.
It's already June.
Lock.
Oh, he got the paint. He got the paint already. Sheesh. That looks
They got
sick.
to paint. Yeah,
Nice,
they
nice,
went
nice.
to stream yesterday.
I'm in the spiral, baby.
Welcome
that
to the
takes
fold,
forever.
pre.
That takes forever to paint those.
So I'm trying to paint my orcs like hipsters. Like their backpack is leather backpack, jeans.
Jeans. Orcs with jeans. The new fashion accessory. Orcs with jeans.
Exactly, I'm painting them with jeans. all right.
The next level, pre, mag-hire kag stylist. How will I dress my orcs?
Interesting.
All right. In June, we're gonna have our last flagship battle for the Zoro Parallel AA, as well as the Queen AA. So last chance to get those. Because after that, it's gonna be, I believe, Shanks. Shanks is gonna be a new promo card up for grabs in the flagship battle. So and then this weekend, we should have our set 4 arriving in Top Deck Games. Be sure to check out our site.
Let's go.
Yeah. As well as the upcoming what do you call this? Pre-release, our very first pre-release for Flesh and Blood, Dusk Till Dawn, is coming out in July 9. Oh, it's coming out in 14, but pre-release is in July 9. So
July 9.
be sure to reserve your slots because Cold Foil Prism, I want one. I want one of those. Yeah, that's the events upcoming. Nothing else on top of my head aside from that. Yeah, and your usual weekly events in Top Deck Games, Magic, Vanguard, as well as Pokemon and Way Schwartz. Yep, that's it for me.
Ways. Coolness. Catch me on Twitch or YouTube. I upload games, TD Erickson games. If you want to catch me play some combo decks and more. So catch me there.
One Piece. Yeah.
One Piece. I almost forgot.
One Piece, we forgot One Piece. Yeah, and on my end, watch me play other random games on TD Sliced Bread on Facebook and YouTube. I stream now.
Yes. TD Sliced Bread, let's go.
Anyway,
Let's go.
it's been a pleasure. We'll see if we can make this into a bi-weekly thing or a weekly thing. Depends on the schedule of the three of us. We'll see. But yeah, talking about Magic content is something that we can probably do for the foreseeable future.
Sounds good. Thank you to everyone. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Night, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.